tonight, you know you got three key guys not playing, and Cameron, OG, and Gary. And what's it feel like trying to manufacture cohesion with a bunch of guys who've never played together?
Just working. I mean, probably felt how it looked at times, but I thought, for the most part, guys played hard. The intensity was there for the most part, but just not enough to get the win.
What's the difference this year between playing 38 minutes a night and last year playing 38 minutes a night for you? Or is there one?
Not much. I had COVID for a lot of last year, so that felt different. After I had COVID, my body felt different. But other than that, not much. I think I'm working around the clock. I learned my lesson last year, so I don't have much leisure time. This time around, when I'm not on the court, I'm working, trying to get ready for the next game.
What does that entail? Like, what are you doing more of?
Sleeping, stretching, treatment, strengthening, watching film. Just, really dedicated myself to try to be the best I can be, because it's going to take my best version to get a win on a nightly basis. So, just trying to do everything in my power to be ready to go and be ready to play those minutes.
Yesterday, you talked about the communication on defense having to pick up at some point. Is that something that you can expect from game to game to see an improvement? And if so, do you feel it was better today?
We should expect that. Yeah, we should expect to get better each day. And felt a little better tonight at times, but again, just not enough to get the job done. I thought fouling hurt us a lot. They had 20 free throws in the first half, and it was just hard to get the rhythm and the momentum back. We've been able to kind of change the flow of the game with our physicality, but last 10 games, the officiating has kind of gone back to what we're used to it being. The first 10, they let us play a prison ball, and now it's going back. So we got to be able to adjust. Tonight it was a really tight whistle, and we just never could get a hold of it. We had some breakdowns on our coverages along the way, but we gave ourselves a chance to win, just didn't have enough there in the fourth to close it out. They made a run, and we just never got it back.
At one point it was like 18 to 3 on free throw attempts. So when you guys are out there and you see that happening, how do you kind of not pull back aggression, but obviously not putting him to the line still? That's got to be a pretty delicate way to play.
I promise, if you write about it, I will not be mad. Unless you have $25,000 to spare, I'm gonna stay away from officiating comments. Other than to say it was a tough night for us on that end of the whistle. A lot of them were fouls. A lot of them were just silly fouls. But it was hard to kind of get the flow. Like you said, it kind of took us, put us on our heels a little bit.
I think it's been encouraging Scotty to be a little bit more aggressive with his three-point shot. Going forward, if he is taking more of them and ideally making more of them like he did tonight, what does that do for the offense?
In theory, it will help. You know what I mean? They're not really guarding him, so he's got to take them. He can shoot. We've seen it. I'm not surprised he went 4 for 9. We've been telling him to shoot. Nick's been telling him to shoot. I've been telling him to shoot. So he made some tonight. He had a big third, but again, we lost, so I don't really care about any of that stuff.
Fred, it feels like every time you guys give up an offensive rebound, the other team's making you pay. What can you guys do to improve your second chance defense when you're kind of scrambling in those situations?
Box out, send another guy, fight a little harder, make space. But it's kind of a snowball, when you're behind a step. Your rotation's a step slow. You're out of position. They got position. They get it. So we're small, obviously, most of the time, and we got to be that much better on the glass. How many did they have? They had 12. And they had 17 second chance points. So, not terrible. I wouldn't encourage to give up 12. But, it just feels, it's coming at bad times, right? We're playing good defense for most of the possession and just not coming up with the board.
Do you like the way they're calling the game now as opposed to prison ball, to use your words?
I don't really think it matters, to be honest with you. It's just hard to get a hold of it if it's going to be changing. I think this is the way it'll go for the rest of the year. Like we thought, they usually go overboard, and then it goes back. So I would expect to see more of this, going forward. But you just got to be able to adapt and adjust, and consistency is the thing that we all strive for. And I know that those refs are trying their best, and we're trying our best, and nobody wants to make mistakes. So as players, we always ask for consistency, and the refs are trying, but, it's a tough job for all of the above. The only thing I will say is that I can't believe there was no, communication. A few years we've had dialogue before the season and training camp and stuff like that. I just thought that would help. The refs are out there with us. They're a part of the game. It shouldn't be like the evil eye, you know what I mean? We shouldn't feel like they're our enemy. They are part of the game as well, and the more communication, the better we can know what to expect.
What did you make of Malachi's game today? Malachi.
I thought he gave a big spark there. It's nice to play with another point guard out there. We kind of got a chemistry in terms of knowing what each other's gonna do. He had some shots that I know he would have liked to go down, but he got into the ball. He was disruptive. He sneaks in there and gets an offensive rebound once a game and still made a couple big shots. So obviously, there's going to be opportunity on that bench, and it's going to keep, cycling around for different guys, and they just got to stay ready. So I thought Mal was good tonight, and we'll need all of those guys going forward.